What's up, y'all? We back. Marathon Monday, episode 6, Expectations of Greatness. Let's get it. So, yeah, y'all, we back, man. Expectations of Greatness, episode 6. Always excited to get on here and, talk about these things. I just feel like it's helpful. It can be helpful. Honestly, for myself, too, just, with the journey I'm on right now. And, where life is and where, I want my life to go. But, just wanted to come here and talk about this. I feel like a lot of times when we think of greatness, we think of flash. Um, and I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Normally, I just get on here and I'll just talk straight from the dome. But I'm not gonna lie, I come up with a lot of the titles of the episodes beforehand, and then I'll just get on here and talk straight from the dome. But this one was I was just having a hard time beforehand. Normally, whenever I come up with a title, I kind of know where I can head with that. But I don't know. I came up with this title, but I didn't really know where to head. So I actually took notes and prepared. But I think I said, whenever we think of greatness, we more so think of Flash, whether it's Steph. I always kind of relate it back to sports, but with Steph, he'll shoot the three and then he'll turn around before the ball goes in, or Patrick Mahomes throwing a no look pass and stuff like that. But I think that's what we gravitate to, and these are all great people who are great right in their crafts. But I think more so the expectation of greatness needs to be that expectation, and that the fact that you have to know that it's going to be a process, and it's just that repetition and that consistency of the mundane task over and over again that actually leads to what these people are able to do in a game, or what someone else will see only that one time, but you've put in the hours upon hours to get to where you are and to be considered great. So I just want to talk about that. It's it's we think of the glitz to glamour, but I think the real expectation of greatness is just a process, a mundane, and I don't even want to say mundane, because I think we can all find processes and systems to better ourselves that are actually enjoyable. I think for me, with what I'm doing, I think that's the biggest thing. I know I have goals and things I want to achieve, and I know it's not going to happen overnight. I know it's going to take a while to get to where I want to be. So the biggest thing for me at this point is just finding a process that I enjoy. And even with that, I know it's always going to be little tweaks here and there that I'll have to change, and I have to correct, monitor, things of that nature. But for the most part, just finding a process that I enjoy, I feel like that's so important, because like I I've never I've never read I think it's in a book. I think they said the book is called Outliers, but that quote that you have to put in 10,000 hours to master something. And if you go, I feel like we all have different things we want to master. All have different things that we want to be great at. And you know I think the misconception is that, or not even a misconception, but I think you have to go into that with the expectation: if I want to master this, if I want to be great in this, I'm gonna have to put in a lot of time. And I think it's important to find a process, a routine that works for you, something that's gonna challenge you and help you to become better, but also something that you're gonna enjoy and be able to do day after day. And even on the days when you don't feel like it, I feel like we all have those days when we don't feel like doing something we probably know we should do, or something that's going to be beneficial for us. But I think being able to have a routine to where you even though it's, and that's the thing too. Even I always bring it back to I feel like they always say there's a lot of life lessons in sports and extracurricular activities and things like that we may do growing up. But just always thinking about when I was growing up in high school, and wanting to really become a better basketball player, putting myself through workouts, it was hard at times, but just like having that foresight to know, like, I know this is gonna make me better. So even though it's hard, like, it's still enjoyable at the same time, if that makes sense. So like, just like transitioning out to being an adult and doing different things, I think that's important. Like finding that process again, to where you can become great. But like I say, this video is more so about like the misconception on like expectations of greatness. Like, to become great, you have to expect to put in the work, to be repetitive, to do the same thing over and over again, to build your skills up and build your skill set up. And also, like, another part, like, I want to talk about is just like, just because you don't get recognition, that doesn't mean like you aren't great. I feel like where we are today in society, is just, a lot of things are shown, and I feel like, just with how easily accessible it is to like see new things and see new people and see talented people, see, just beautiful art, or like creations that people are putting out there, just experiences, all athletes, all these different things. You see all these, talented people and artists and all these different things around the world, and you may be doing something similar, and you may feel like, well, dang, like, I'm not getting recognition. Like, am I good at this? Like, is this for me? And I think it's important to recognize, like, just because like you may not get a lot of recognition, that doesn't mean like you're not great at it. You feel me? You just may not get a lot of recognition for whatever reason. So I just want to encourage anybody out there, like, if you're doing something that you truly enjoy, that you feel like you're good at. And I keep harping on this, like I've harped on this like in other videos as well, but like, I think like we all should want to continue to improve and grow. But at the same time, I feel like, if like, okay, I'm like decent at this, I'm good at this, so like, keep going. Like, don't stop just because you may not get a lot of recognition. Especially like if you have that belief in yourself and you know that, oh yeah, I'm good at this. Like, just keep going, keep trying to improve and work on your craft, and like, eventually, for sure, like, the recognition will come. Like, even if it's not like you're a household name or this and that, like, sure, like, there's gonna be like people who will recognize your talent and, the value of what you're doing. So just keep going, man. But yeah, I just want to come on here and talk about that, like, expectations of greatness. Like, expect that process, that repetitive process, and like, don't get discouraged. Like, if you're not, if you don't have a lot of recognition, that doesn't mean you're not great. That's like very far from the truth. But um always good to come on here and talk, and like, just, kind of get these thoughts out of my head, and hopefully like encourage somebody on their own journey. But yeah, man, one more episode left, last episode of season 2 next week. We'll be back, looking forward to it. Hopefully we end it off with a bang, and hopefully it's the best episode yet. But yeah, man, hope y'all having a great day. See y'all later, man. I'm out. Film the marathon, one frame at a time. You know the vibes.